Hello, 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 hello. Hey, people. Just real quick. Let's uh um this lie roasting shit is really ridiculous. Um and it needs to stop, right? Because roasting used to be about facts and you make it funny, or just facts that were just facts, right? But this lie roasting shit, just reaching for shit, is a bit ridiculous, right? And it shows the caliber of persons and people they're dealing with. And a lot of you people, I'm not even talking about you. It went from one person to now we had two people. We had two people and a third person in the comments. I listen. I have a job to do, and I know that a lot of you have freelance jobs. Hint. Um, so you have the time to do this shit on a regular basis, but I don't. But I figured since a meeting ended early for me that I would give you guys a little treat. And excuse me, sorry, it's moving. Here we go. I know because Wanda said I was talking to it like I was doing something sexual, which is kind of disgusting. But the fact that you right exactly money and power, the fact that you got to lie about it, you already lost. And it's sad, it really is sad. You OGs over here worried about what, lying about what? I've never, the woods is not a place that I frequent for any kind of sexual encounters. Now, the funny thing is, and to be really honest, I have a show called The Nightcap for a reason where I talk about things such like that. So there's no shame in my game of anything that I've done, haven't done, will try, willing to try. But having sex in the woods is not one of them. But I do know a content creator you are referring to when you talk about sex in the woods. Why don't you say their name? Because I'm not going to, because I'm not adding people into this because they don't have nothing to do with it. But since you want to add people into a situation that has nothing to do with them, why don't you say their names so they can drag you for filth again like they did the first time when they dragged the shit out of you? Oh, but you ain't gonna do that. So please, let's not. And to just touch base on what I like, what I'm attracted to. I like what like me. I like who like me. And to be very honest with you, however Conscious TV presents itself, he presents himself very well. Period, point blank. And we've been friends for years. And that's enough said. Now, again, if you want to keep going after him, he will come after you and drag the shit out of you like he been dragging the shit out of you. But y'all stay lying, making up shit. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? A roof over my head? Is there not a roof over my head? There's stuff on the wall. Like, I've always had a roof over my head. Yes, I've shared my roof with people. Likewise, they've, because that's the type of person I am. But I've always had a roof over my head. Either way it goes. And this shit about my mother not being able to uh carry full term and all that shit, and that's why that happened to me, and it's not my fault, it's my mother's fault. Let's be very clear. God don't make mistakes. I don't know why it happened the way it happened, but I'm here, bitch. And I've been here and shitting on a lot of you. So make that make sense. Stop trying to explain my situation and explain your own. Do us that favor. Explain your own situation. Explain why you still paying child support for children, for teenagers, for young adults that no longer are in your care, that got removed from your dwelling. Explain that. Explain why your father didn't want to be in your life. Ask your mother those questions while she's still alive and living. Ask her that. Ask her, was she out here spreading her seed wide to the point where she didn't know who the father was? Do you need a Maury? Do you need a DNA test? Paternity court much? What's that black lady name that's the judge on that shit? Do you need a ticket to the show? Do they need to swipe up a dead motherfucker DNA so you can know who your father is? Because fortunately for me, I know who all my parents are. All of them. Every single one of them. My biological father, my stepfather who raised me. I know who all my parents are, where they are. I know who they were in my life, out of my life. I know all of it. Can you say the same? Or is your mother guarding that secret too? I don't have time. And I won't be addressing the other person in the room who's looking to be counted. You're not worth my time. Like I said in my post, you have plenty of other things you need to worry about. Me and my Michael Jackson voice is definitely not one of them. Because, you know, it's mighty funny how we so concerned about what I'm doing and who I'm doing, and you over there with a whole relationship, yet still on social things talking about some, oh, you doing it to sell prescriptions. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. But, you know, it it just amazes me. You people really amaze me. You can't handle the truth. You really can't handle the truth. You can dish it, but you can't take it. Regardless of who it comes from, you can't handle it. So maybe you should stop trying to dish it out if you can't take it. Because I haven't even gone into the reasons of your birth or why you was born. Because that's irrelevant to me. However you came into this world, you got here. Ugly motherfucker as you are, but you still here. I don't give a fuck. But it's amazing how you care so much about my being here after you had to call somebody else up so you can get on a panel with them and talk about me and make up shit. I've talked to plenty of people on here. Talk to. I've not seen majority of these people. One person. Well, two people, but one person I have physically met on here prior to all this stuff. You know, not counting, of course, the new people. Shout out to you all. That have been a total blessing and like, cool, not a problem. I don't feel no type of way. And even if they did post a picture or video or whatever of us hanging out, so I walk through the world like this. How am I going to be ashamed of something? That's what y'all do. Y'all use this to hide behind. I don't. That's why I make it my purpose to always be on camera, to let you know that I ain't got nothing to hide. Hide for what? What am I hiding? I can't hide when you see my ass. So, I mean, what the fuck is it? And again, I can't help that I'm a handsome guy. Bitch, my father, handsome. My mother, pretty. You put the two and two together, you're bound to end up with some pretty kids. Ain't nobody on this bloodline ugly at all. From my twin sister to my older brother to my first cousin. No, it ain't. To my older sister and her children. Absolutely not. It don't run. But I'm not cocky about it. It's just a humbling thing. And I get it. Your light, my light makes you uncomfortable. I understand. I get it. I'm not walking through the world with my head held down and woe is me because I happen to be dealt these cards. Bitch, I'm a spades player. Okay? So maybe you need to start playing your decks. And that goes for the both of you a little better. So maybe your things can work out better in your favor, like your financial situations, right? And the shit you got to do. You wouldn't have to run the bingo every day to get a couple dollars to pay a bill. Stop all this shit. Obviously, it's not getting you nowhere. It's not getting you nowhere where you need to be because you keep repeating the same shit, same jokes, same sorry ass shit, same o. And yeah, of course, I keep calling you a gorilla because that's what you are. That's what you are. Could you be something more than that? Possibly. But that's not for me to tell. That's not for me to judge. I'm not God. I'm only going by what I see. I'm human. I'm sorry. I have flaws. But this face ain't one of them. And I wouldn't even say the situation with my legs would be a flaw. Because you know why? Because honestly, it has blessed me in a way that I get to see phony people before they even approach me and just remove myself, i.e., in your situation. I get to not wait for much of anything, to be very honest with you. And personally, it's just giving me I don't take no shit attitude, because I don't. I don't have time for it. I don't babysit it. It's straightforward. It's cut and dry with me. Either it is or it isn't. And that's just how I am personally. Now, yeah, it can come off to some as arrogant or whatever, but it is what it is. Either you on it or you off. And that's just it. Either we vibe or we don't. And that's just it. We didn't vibe. Period. Point blank. End the story. Let it go. Now, I can be on anybody's situation. You can ask me to come on to a panel or whatever. And I know how to be professional. This ain't my first rodeo. This may be my first rodeo to y'all on this and in this type of setting. But when I was in school, I created live panels with faculty and students all the time. So it's nothing for me to cut it on and be professional when I'm doing something that has a purpose. Right? Whether you care what the purpose is or whether the purpose for it is money for you, that's your business. But it was never about that for me. So it is what it is. It's over with now, though. So why are we talking about it? Oh, because we need something to talk about? Because somebody needs a couple dollars to stretch out their check? Come on, y'all. You know how long it takes me talking about real shit to actually get a check back from YouTube? I'm doing this for free. My StreamYard is paid for by me. Cable by me. All this by me. Funded by whom? What? He? Yes, him. All of it. I ain't got to ask nobody. I ain't got to drop no cash ups. I ain't got to dry beg. I ain't got to hint too beg. I ain't got to do none of that. I ain't got to do cash app parties, faking like I'm doing something for people at the same time I'm racking up. I ain't got to do none of that. I've been blessed with a career that's helped me afford everything that I personally want to do. And if I personally want to get on here and talk about the news and it's boring to you all, I can do it. I don't have to talk from my phone device. I have plenty of other devices to use to reach out to people. Right? So we're not the same. We're not the same at all. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Stop including other people in this, because other people don't have nothing to do with this. And, we can call it collateral damage, because that's bullshit, that's fake, and that's phony. These other people that you're trying to include in this situation have nothing to do with it. No, I've never met anybody in the woods. That's not me. And no offense to the people who like to do it, because it's very entertaining to watch. It's just something that I wouldn't do. I got a bed and a place to do it. I mean, let's be clear. And a vehicle if I chose to be a little adventurous, with tents that are dark on purpose. So, I mean, what are we saying? We all come in here different. We're not, nobody gets to pick and choose how they are born into this world. Now, granted, I do joke and say, in heaven when they was giving out the stuff, I was in the dick line too long and I missed out on everything and I just got the leftovers. But I mean, seriously, all jokes aside, we don't get to choose that. But the reality is, it's what you make of it, though. It's what you make of it. You can run into anybody that I've encountered. They can't really tell you. They can't really tell you nothing shitty, and that's a fact. Now, yeah, there may be some that just really hate, but if they were honest with themselves, they would just say, "No, yeah, he's a good dude," because I am, and that's just me. And yeah, everybody, everything ain't for everybody, and that's cool. I ain't worried about that. Y'all focus on that. That's not my focus. I'm not ashamed of my coconut, member. Not at all. You should be ashamed of yours from them pictures, but I'm not ashamed of mine. Why did I be ashamed of it? It's on my Twitter. I talk about it. That's what my show is for. It's like, be adult about your shit. I get it. You may have just come out the closet or stumbled out the closet or whatever the fuck it is. But I mean, you thought I brought back the rundown? No, not yet. Still on vacation. Stop it, Nate. But I mean, come on. Like, get over it. Get over it. Am I not supposed to be liked because my numbers don't match? We all know that a face matters. If you got a pretty face, people will come. Bitch, I've been doing this shit for a long time. This ain't my first rodeo. I was doing radio at school. I've been doing print work since I was 4. It's nothing new to me. Again, there's nothing to brag about because there's nothing to talk about. It was life. It's just something I did. It's an experience. Just like having multiple jobs in the span of a year or two is an experience for you. Who would have thunk halfway past your life, you be sitting up here running around from job to job like somebody in their 20s? Or get stricken with cancer and not have a job that you got to rely on this and bingo to pay your bills. But, that's life. Right? You never, like Forrest Gump said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, right? But what you're showing us, though, really what you're showing us is that your lives ain't shit. That your lives really don't amount to shit. Here you over here, a whole minister of music, talking shit about somebody who was born with a disability. Well, a different ability, or however the people say it. Well, whatever. It is what it is. Ain't nothing this about me, but this. Let me stop. But yeah, like what you look like. That's got God written all over it, doesn't it? I mean, and you people think that's funny. Like that's what you believe God's word is? A minister of anything. You call yourself a minister of music. Yeah, okay, I'll wait. You got to be fucking kidding me. I mean, the other one is just a lost cause anyway. I mean, because that's what you get when you don't get no love. Like, you don't know what love is. You don't know what a parent's true love is, a parent's true sacrifice. You don't know what that is. So that's why you get people who are that dark, because they don't know what that part of, how is this affecting me? How is this a reflection on my parents? That's why I don't go that far with you lowbrow, non-existent, multi-degrees for no reason type motherfuckers, because there's no point. There's no point. Your actions show everything. Your actions show that you grew up poor and without. That you were so embarrassed by your parents that you didn't want them to come to any recital or anything that you was doing because you was embarrassed about how they may show up. So you vowed to yourself that, hey, when you made it, you was gonna make it, and you were never gonna look back. And now look at you. Big old house, can't afford to stay in it. So you do odds and ends job just to make ends meet. It's in somebody else's name. Well, what are we talking about? We're not the same. We're not the same. And you got the other one over there. You just a lost cause altogether. Must I reiterate? You don't know who your father is. Lord knows, that whole situation. But I mean, you call yourself adopting some kids to then turn them back in. I mean, to fuck up somebody else's life because your life was fucked up because you didn't know what you was doing. I mean, yeah, scratching and surviving for real. And then you look at some of the people that follow you and champion you, and you like, you scratching and surviving too, bitch. You breathing in mold. Girl, what are we talking about? We're not the same. So again, you can continue to lie roast all you want, but it's lies. It don't hit the same. It don't hit the same. And I refuse to join you in a lie roasting. So you can lie roast by yourself. Because this is the most you'll get from me ever on a lie roast. Because I don't have time for it. And if you want to talk real, then we can talk real. We can talk real facts. Till then, I don't know. I don't want to talk about making up shit and hyperbole. I'm not into that. Let's talk real. Real life. Last time I checked, nobody, I don't think when I looked at that article that I was in the paper for when we were born, my sister and I don't believe your name was mentioned in that article. I can read it again, but I doubt James' name was ever in that article as being in that birthing area when my sister and I came into this world. I don't think so. I know who two names were there and who pictures were there. My parents. That's for sure. But no, I can't. I couldn't tell you. So I mean, it is what it is. All now, all this from you saying, oh, all the big girl was trying to do was get a bucket of chicken and some mashed potatoes, and she not built for this life. But we all see who also isn't built for this life. So continue to hide behind all that smoke and mirrors and shit. But your slip is showing, honey. You might want to scoot it up. The other one, I ain't even worried about you. You're another tag along. You've been doing this your whole life to fit in with others, tagging along, being, playing straight, playing this, playing that, playing the keyboard, playing church. You've been playing your whole life. So you used to this, tagging along, being up under somebody else's coattails and not being your own individual self. This is what you used to. So you comfortable in this. So I'm not even addressing you. I only talk to people who stand. Get into it. Um, but yeah, that's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. I am um about to enjoy my lunch and chill out and yeah. You off today? No, I'm not off today. I'm working, but a meeting went short, so I was able to come on here and address some things real quick. But you're not gonna get my lunchtime. You're not getting that. Yeah, no, we ain't doing that. So this is all meeting time, meeting extra time that I had, so you guys can enjoy this, dissect it, talk about how bitter. I'm salty. Salty about what? You gotta be losing something to be salty about. Let's get with it. I haven't lost anything, so I have nothing to be salty about. And don't get me wrong, the young New Yorker kid in me wants to address you people every time you say something. But I've, in my old age here, I it ain't worth it. You guys ain't worth it. You guys ain't worth it. You're really sad. You are. To furthermore think that anything you say about me physically deters me. I've heard everything my entire life. Everything. Everything. But you haven't. You haven't. Like your incessive impulse to overeat or eat too much or continuously eat. And that goes for the both of you. Like, again, y'all got issues that y'all need to deal with. You got one fat battling obesity, you got another one battling cancer off and on. But girl, life is lifing. Okay? Get with it before it's too late. Focus on you. Don't focus on me. Focus on you. I got a lot to focus on. And trust me, I'm not I'm the least of your worries. All right. So with that said, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully this squashes a lot of the lies. Okay. So they don't come back up. Cause no, we ain't never been in no woods fucking nobody. I ain't have to go on Jack and tell nobody to bring no lube because I have my own lube. That's some cheap shit. Bring the lube. You a top, right? The top should always be prepared to have exactly what their bottoms need. I don't tell nobody to bring nothing but themselves. Cleaned, of course, but just bring yourself. I'm gonna tell you to bring. That's like bring condoms, bring everything. But damn, what is you doing? And then it's like you want to talk about that. It's like, well, what were you telling them to bring the lube to? Was you fucking in the sauna in the gym or something? Is that where Mark was met in the gym? If you even still with Mark, Mark probably been gone for years. But again, this is what we talking about. When the reality is you got your own shit going on. You got a dog in there that two-pieced your ass on camera. I've had dogs my whole life. They don't do that unless they frustrated. I'm tired of your shit. They don't do that. They just don't. Because again, you don't know how to be. You don't know how to be. You don't know how to be genuine and giving to something else or someone else. Because truth be told, if you was any type of person, you would have never let your significant other take that picture with his pants wet in the front like that, looking like he did piss on himself. You would have never done that. And be like, baby, no, we're not taking this picture. No, I mean, so no, the woods is not a place I like to go and hang out or have sexual encounters. And no, I'm not a handicapped quote unquote slut. No, not at all. Granted, people like what they see, whether it's handicapped or not. I don't know. Now they can, go back now and probably lie to you, but um, don't lie too much because evidence, um, the evidence is always kept. It's never deleted. So just want to make sure we clear. So let's not start talking too much because yeah, we got a lot. With a whole lot of correspondence. So yeah, with that said, like I said, you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Hopefully, this was well informative for you. I know I have a light voice, so to speak. I've always had it, and like it's something that just came about. But to be very honest with you, the women love it, and they always have. Some of you guys a little suspect on it, but the women have always liked it because I used to do the midday, evening, sometimes little news radio. So they always liked it. But I don't know. It is what it is. Like I said, you guys have a great night. And until next time, peace out.